Welcome to this collection of short audio stories where we take you on a journey through different worlds, emotions, and adventures. In just a few minutes, you'll immerse yourself in captivating tales that spark your imagination, make your heart beat faster, and evoke laughter or tears. Whether you're seeking a moment of relaxation, a quick escape from the daily routine, or simply a listening ear, these stories are here to enchant and entertain you. So lean back, close your eyes, and let yourself be carried away by the magic of spoken words. Are you ready? Great, let's begin. Title: Shadows of the Lost Forest. In a remote village surrounded by dense forests lived a man named Samuel. The village was peaceful, but the woods around it were known to be mysterious and ominous. On a dark and foggy night, a fierce argument erupted between Samuel and his wife, Eleanor. Words were shouted, and the tension in their home was almost palpable. With a heart full of anger and frustration, Samuel stormed out of the house into the darkness of the forest. The trees resembled dark giants, watching over him as he ventured deeper into the woods. The branches creaked ominously in the wind, and shadows danced eerily around him. As Samuel continued, he felt the anger slowly give way to concern. The thick mist obscured his vision, and he realized he couldn't find his way back. Hours passed, and Samuel realized he was hopelessly lost. Fear gripped him, and an unfamiliar sense of unease filled his thoughts. Suddenly he heard whispering voices around him, whispers that seemed to come from the shadows themselves. He turned around repeatedly, but never saw anything. The voices seemed to toy with his mind, whispering about his doubts and fears. After what felt like an eternity, Samuel stumbled upon an abandoned house deep in the woods. It looked old and weathered, like a relic from times long past. The windows were shattered, and the door creaked eerily as he opened it. Inside, it was dark, except for a faint glow coming from a distant room. As Samuel made his way through the house, he discovered an old photograph on the wall. It depicted a man and a woman who seemed vaguely familiar, almost like a distorted reflection of himself and Eleanor. The faces in the photo, however, were twisted, and their eyes seemed to follow him. Trembling with fear, he continued, guided by the faint light. In the distant room, he found a peculiar altar adorned with withered flowers and candles that had long burned out. On the altar lay a diary, and as Samuel opened it, he read about a man named Elias, who had once lived in the same village. Elias had also argued with his wife, Clara, and had fled into the woods. He had never found his way back and had eventually gone missing. The similarities between his situation and Elias's were hauntingly striking. As Samuel continued reading, the diary revealed that Elias had become obsessed with the voices in the woods, voices that had led him to the abandoned house. Elias believed he could communicate with the shadows and that they had something to tell him. Suddenly, Samuel heard the same whispering voices around him, louder and more insistent than ever before. They called him by name and begged him to listen. Overwhelmed by panic, Samuel fled the house and into the darkness of the forest. The voices pursued him, whispering about loss and despair, leading him deeper into the woods, away from the path, and deeper into the darkness. The village never saw Samuel again, and all that remained was the abandoned house, shrouded in mystery and shadows. The tale of the man who vanished into the woods was passed down from generation to generation, a warning to anyone who would dare to confront the darkness in exchange for answers better left unknown. Thank you for listening to this short story. We hope you enjoyed it and that it provided a brief escape from your daily routine. If you'd like to hear more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of this story and which stories you'd like to hear in the future. Thank you for your support, and until next time.